Hey Fit Fam, it's been a super long time since I've done a live on my own. So I'm whipping up some salads in a jar for camping. And I thought that some of you might be interested in checking these out. We've made a couple posts and talked about them a couple of times, and some of you have asked me for a recipe for them, but I really don't have a recipe. It's just super easy. I just take veggies that are in my fridge, chop them up, and then it's just all about putting the layers in the jar. Super easy. So I'm gonna whip some up for you right now. So you do need some mason jars, of course, because it is salad in a jar. And I'm gonna do 6. So the ingredients I have set out here should make about 6 jars. Super notorious for stuffing the jars full and then we have to empty it on a plate. So really, you should be able to eat your salad from the jar if you don't stuff them as full as I normally do. So what we have here to make a monster salad, remember a monster salad has all of the macros. So we have chickpeas, and chickpeas is going to be your protein, but it's also a great healthy carb as well, same as quinoa. So quinoa is a great carb, healthy carb, and that's going to be kind of the hearty stuff in our salad that we put on the bottom. Then we have our antioxidants. So we have all of our veggies for the antioxidants, and then avocado for a healthy fat. Then we always add these after. We don't actually put them in the salad in a jar. We just bring a avocado along with us, and then we chop that up right before we eat the salad so it doesn't go all yucky brown. So put your salad dressing on the bottom first. Then add your hearty stuff, the stuff that won't go too mushy. So here we have chickpeas. So I'm gonna add the chickpeas down on the bottom against the salad dressing, because if you added your tomatoes or cucumbers or some of your veggies down at the bottom with the salad dressing, it will go mushy. So you'll just want to make sure you add the hearty stuff on the top first. And again, I don't have a recipe for this, but you don't have to follow the exact same ingredients either that I put in. So black beans works as well. They're nice in a salad as well. And then on top of that, on top of the chickpeas, I have some quinoa here. This is the tri-colored quinoa. Actually more of a fan of the golden quinoa, but we just don't have any right now. So just scoop that on top of the chickpeas in the jar. And I'm not measuring, as you notice. I'm just spooning it in as I go, as I need. So it did take me a few times to kind of gauge how much ingredients I needed per jar, for each jar. So I have 6 jars, and I have 1 can of chickpeas, and I made half a cup of dry quinoa. So I put in half a cup of dry quinoa for the 6 jars. So that might help you, give you an idea of how much ingredients you need. And then on top, put your, oh look, a couple chickpeas didn't make it. I just kind of shake the jars so that all the ingredients in there already kind of level out. And then you're gonna add your heartier vegetables. So I have some corn here, and I have some peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers. So I'm gonna put the peppers in there first. They're a bit heartier, a bit stronger, lasting. And we've taken these camping a number of times now, and mind you, we do have a little fridge in our camper, but they have lasted up to 3 days in our fridge in the camper. So that's great too. We have enough for 3 days here because I have 6 jars. Then hearty vegetable next, I'm gonna put actually the cucumbers on there. So fun, these are so fun. It's so easy to make. I usually, even if I'm not doing a live, I have everything kind of chopped up like this. And so then filling them is so much easier if everything is already chopped up. And then if I have to leave it for a second or a few minutes or half hour or whatever to go help Harrison or take care of Harrison, then I just come back and it's all ready, like it's all chopped. I just have to fill them up. So then I'm gonna put my corn in there. So when you are buying corn, this is just the frozen corn. We're not like super big fans of frozen veggies, but certain veggies like corn, it's easier to have on hand when it's frozen. Just make sure you're buying the organic corn. That's one veggie that you want to make sure is organic. And I'm dropping corn kernels all over the place, as you can tell. Something I did forget to put in, which I usually put in, not always, but I usually put in after the quinoa. I forgot to put in the feta cheese. So I usually put that in after the quinoa. I don't always put the feta cheese in, but if we have some, then I'll drop a little feta cheese in. But usually I put it after the quinoa because it's a little bit heartier too. But you can kind of drop it in anywhere, just a little sprinkle of feta cheese in there. Of course, you don't have to put the cheese if you're dairy sensitive or don't want the feta cheese in there, that's fine too. Just dropping that in there. Just need a little bit of feta cheese. And then the last thing I'm gonna put in there, well, maybe not the last because we need our lettuce as well, which I forgot in the fridge, but I'll grab it. Is the tomatoes. I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. And then tomatoes on the top because they're the mushiest. The mushiest veggie of them all. So just throw a few tomatoes on top. And then it seems like I've done it again. I did not leave room for the spinach. It's so hard when you want so many things in your jar. I did try to use the bigger jar the one time, but then the salad just becomes too gigantic. I did use I don't know the jar sizes, but I did use the next size up in the jars. But then the salad could kind of feed a family. The size I made it. So then on the very top, you're just gonna add your lettuce. Don't seem to have too much room. I'm just debating whether I want to put some on the top or not. We have some spinach. I'm just gonna grab it from the fridge here. So you could put spinach on the top, or we have done a romaine lettuce on the top, which seems to last a bit longer than the spring mix or the butter. What is that one called? The butter leaf spinach or lettuce. So then you would just, I try with my spinach to kind of take the long stems off, but you would just take a bunch of spinach and put it in the jar like that, a bunch of spinach or lettuce on the top. But I think I'm actually just gonna take this package of spinach with me and then just put it out on a plate. So like I said in the beginning, your salad should all fit in the jar, so you could just shake it up and eat it right out of the jar, but you can also put your bed of lettuce or spinach on the plate, shake up the contents of the jar and drop it on top of the bed of lettuce or spinach. That works great as well. So these last a few days in the fridge, so you could prepare them for your lunch as well. We like them for camping because you don't have to sit there at your campground or in your camper or wherever, or your campsite, and chop or anything. It's all ready to go. That's why we like them so much, and they're delicious. So I'll take along my spinach, my avocado, and then that's it. This, make sure another veggie you always want to buy organic is your spinach. Always want to make sure you have organic spinach, organic tomatoes, organic corn, organic peppers, because they're all the dirty dozen. So especially if you eat a lot of them, we eat those ones all the time. The peppers, tomatoes, spinach, we eat those ones all the time. So especially important to make sure that they're organic as well. It's great season to actually plant your own spinach. And the trick with spinach is to keep, like once you pick some, put some more seeds in, because it'll keep germinating all summer long. If you do that like every couple of weeks, just plant another little row. That's it. As you pick and eat, plant another little row, and that works out great for us in our little garden box. All right, we hope you have a great weekend. I couldn't see comments, so I do see a couple of people watching. Sorry about that. Comments and things didn't pop up on my phone, so I'll go check the computer. If you're watching the replay, let us know. And if you happen to make salad in a jar, then I'll show you an up close, because I noticed my jars were a little bit to the side. If you happen to make a salad in a jar, post it so that we can check out what you have made. All right, I'm going to continue packing for camping. And then we will see you guys for Success Sunday night. We're going to try evening. Oh, there. Now the comments are popping up. I see that my mom's in here. Hey, Mom. And she says it looks good. They are so delicious. Great for around the pool, Mom. You can make some jars up and then have lunch all ready to go. That is it. That's everything. I think that's all I wanted to say. We'll see you Sunday night for Success Sunday. We're going to switch it up and see if that helps. All right. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll catch you Sunday. Bye.